Let me hit you with something brutal right out the gate. No one cares until you win. Not your friends, not your family, not society. No one. They'll ignore your grind. They'll laugh at your dreams. They'll act like you're wasting your time until the results show up. Then suddenly, you're a genius. Suddenly, you're lucky. But where were they when you were bleeding in the dark? Nowhere. That's the truth. That's the game. And if you can't stomach it, you'll lose before you even start. People only care about the scoreboard. And until you put numbers on it, you're invisible. That's life. That's reality. And you can either cry about it or you can embrace it and become a winner. Let me ask you this. Are you chasing validation or are you chasing greatness? Because they're not the same. If you're doing this so people clap for you, you're already finished. But if you're doing this because deep down you know you were built for more, because you want to dominate life, not survive it, then you've got a shot. The world doesn't owe you applause. It doesn't owe you followers. It doesn't owe you support. The only thing this world respects is results, power, impact, proof. You want to be respected? Win. You want to be taken seriously? Win. You want them to remember your name? Win. Stop explaining yourself. Stop justifying your hustle. Stop trying to convince people you're on the right path. Let your results do the talking. Because the truth is, most people want you to lose. You don't want to believe it, but it's real. They want you to stay small, stay predictable, stay like them. Why? Because your success is their discomfort. Your growth is their exposure. When you rise, you make them face their excuses, and they hate that. So what do? They mock, they doubt, they pretend not to notice. But deep down, they're watching. They're hoping you quit. So here's what you do. You don't quit. You dominate. You grind when they sleep, you train when they party, you build when they waste. And while they're waiting for motivation, you're stacking momentum. Because listen carefully, you will not be celebrated for potential. You will only be celebrated for what you finish, what you conquer, what you execute. Nobody gets paid for what they almost did. You want to be a champion? Then think like one. Champions don't wait for the perfect conditions. They create them. Champions don't beg for recognition. They earn it. Champions don't crumble under pressure. They become pressure. You think you're working hard? You think you deserve more? Let me ask you this. Have you suffered for it? Have you sacrificed comfort, pleasure, distraction just to get 1 inch closer to your goal? Because the grind is lonely. No cheers, no crowd, just discipline and pain. And that is where winners are built. In silence, in suffering, in sacrifice. Don't chase success for the followers. Chase it because it's who you are, because you refuse to be average, because you know the world needs to feel your impact. You see, everyone loves the highlight reel, but nobody wants to watch the boring reps, the long nights, the ugly failures. That's why most people never win. They're in love with the result, but allergic to the process. You've got to be different. You've got to love the process more than the praise. You've got to crave the work more than the win, because if you don't, you won't make it. You've got to stop waiting for permission. Take control. Be ruthless with your time, relentless with your standard, and savage with your discipline. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. While they scroll, you sharpen. While they sleep, you build. While they talk, you move in silence. Because one day, when you've won, they'll pretend they believed in you the whole time. Let them talk. Let them doubt. You stay locked in. You stay dangerous. Because one day, that win will come. The world will wake up and ask, where did this guy come from? And you'll smile because you know exactly where you came from. You came from the shadows, from the struggle, from the fire. So I'll leave you with this. No one cares about your excuses. They only care about your execution. No one cares about your intentions. They care about your results. No one's clapping for you now, and they shouldn't be. Clap for yourself, show up for yourself, and win anyway. Because when the dust settles, winners write history and losers write comments. Which one are you? Now get back to work.